Hi there, I'm Ben and welcome to my 100% guide for Muspelheim from God of War Ragnarök. Right, in this one we are doing the entirety of Muspelheim after the story has finished. You can't get 100% in this place until the story has finished, so that's the best time to come back and do this and grab everything. I'll be starting here at the Burning Cliffs, so we're going to do that area first, which leads to Surtur's Forge. There's just one thing to grab there, and then we're going to make our way up to the Crucible. To unlock the Crucible, you will need some Muspelheim seed halves. You can get one in the Burning Cliffs, which is where we're going to start here. We're starting at this gateway. This is the one that will unlock during the story. So yes, we'll jump down here and go and grab some stuff which you will have grabbed during the story, more than likely. The Legendary Chest and the Odin's Raven, because it's really obvious from the start. So grab the Legendary Chest. This may potentially have a Muspelheim seed in it. I've already got two, so it's not going to be there. I'm going to have Divine Ashes instead. You can also get one in Ulbrich Hollow or Modvitner's Rig in Svartalheim if you need to do those. Check my videos for 100% on those. The playlist is in the description if you need those. So there we go. That's the Legendary Chest and Odin's Raven first. There is a Remnant of Asgard in this area, so you definitely need to do the story before doing this, because they do not appear until after the story. So we're going to run around and do probably the worst Nornir Chest in the game. It's just a pain in the arse, this one. Or it was initially. It's not too bad once you know what you're doing. So yeah, I'm going to run you all the way through this, and then we're going to go back, and then we're going to go to the Crucible. I'm going to walk you how to do the Crucible and get everything there. I'm not going to do every single fight. It'll take you about an hour and a half, if not 2 hours, to do everything. It does take a while. It's a bit repetitive, to be honest. It's not the best challenge thing they've done in a God of War. It's a bit... But anyway, I'll be showing that as well, so we'll be running back there and doing that. So break through this wall with the spear and look up, and here's your N for the Nornir Chest. And then run around here, and like this one, you can see you'll need 3 purple arrows in a row for this one. So there, I have caught it there, and then around here, just make sure they're catching each time. And then one more will do it. There we go. And then light it. That's going to chain and light that one that you can see there. And then you're going to come back around here, and we need to light this R here. So again, purple arrow there. It's got that one caught. And then I don't know why that doesn't set off, but it doesn't. But that one does. And that will chain and light the last one, and that's the Nornir Chest unlocked. If you need apples or horns, then obviously there's going to be one of those in here. I do not anymore, so that's a Shattered Runes for me. Here's where we are, just a Law and a Remnant of Asgard to get now, and they are right next to each other, and that is through here. The Remnants of Asgard fight I will leave in, because it's part of 100%. I know the Crucible fights are part of 100%, but leaving all of those in would just take too long. It's all very simple in the Crucible. There's nothing particularly stressful. If you are struggling, you can always drop the difficulty. So there's only 3 of them, but I don't know why they're just not taking any damage. They're not dying. Come on. 1, 2. His leg fell off. And 3. Is there a 4th? There might be a 4th actually. Yeah, I don't know where that 4th one came from, but there is a 4th one there. Okay, that's 4. Done. So now you just need to open up the chest, and that will be the Remnant of Asgard. For this area, this will be the last one for me.
Yes. Perhaps the realms may finally find peace and healing.
So there will be extra. You're going to see that I'm going to finish the favour there, because that is the last one for me. But if it's not for you, then obviously it won't happen. And then right here is the Law. I'm sure you noticed there's Valhalla Rises. It does not, apparently. And that's this area done. This is Burning Cliffs at 100%. That's everything ticked off in Burning Cliffs. So everything's done. And now we're going to go straight through to Surtur's Forge, which is through here. It's a very small area. If you finish the story, you know what goes on here. In fact, if you've not done the story, you can't get through here, so it's irrelevant. So there's just an Odin's Raven here. It's up there. I can't quite see it. I'm trying to see if I can get to it. No. I have to come up here. Use a spear. I always prefer the spears for the ravens. And then And that's the Raven done. So that is Surtur's Forge at 100%. That's all ticked off. All we've got left is the Crucible. And most of the stuff there is the challenges. There are other things. Might be a Valkyrie fight involved as well. Quite a tough one. But yeah, we're going to make our way back. So I'm going to show you the way back. Because why not? In case anybody gets lost. There's nothing worse than getting lost. Finding exactly what you need in a game and then realising you're lost and you can't find your way back. Done it oh god, a lot. It does happen a lot. It happened in this game doing the one of the Vanaheim, parts of Vanaheim, the village and things like that. Horrible. So back through here and Burning Cliffs. We are going back exactly the same way that we came down. Squeeze through. So yeah, the Crucible is it's going to be 15 challenges, but there's actually more than that you need to do. They haven't structured it very well. It's very repetitive in what you have to do. You open in lots of legendary chests. There's lots of good stuff. The first 6 are kind of starter challenges that you can do the first time you're able to get here, but the later ones are a bit more difficult. At the end of the story, they're not going to be difficult at all. I mean, if you are struggling, you can always come back. But the first 6 are definitely starter ones. Nearly there, getting stuck now. Up, through here. And into the gate. Now again, if you don't have 2 Muspelheim seeds, this will not be open for you yet. This gateway, the Crucible. If you do, it will open up for you. Again, Modvitner's Rig and Ulbrich Hollow is where you can find 2 of them in Svartalfheim if you want to go and grab those. And there you go. Once you are able to open up the gate and use it, then come through and there will be 9 realms in bloom here. This is Petal. So we're just going to pick that up and then I'll bring the map up. You can see the sort of tick list, what we need to do. There, so you've got a Nornir Chest which is tied to the Crucible Challenges, and then the Crucible Challenges themselves, 15, and then there is the Valkyrie fight which we will do last. So there is a dwarf here if you need to do any upgrades or once we pick them up. So take note here, FNR, take note of those letters because they are very important for what's going on here. There are 3 sub-rooms, so that's kind of like a main arena, and then you have 3 sub-rooms here. This is F. This is room F. So just remember that each of these rooms has 3 challenges. Initially there are 2. So I'm not going to do them, but for this one you need to defeat all enemies within the time limit. You've got 180 seconds. That's a lot to kill 18 enemies. So just kill all the enemies. Very straightforward. And once you've done that, that's weapon mastery ticked off. You need to go and open up the legendary chest and that will finish it off. That is Crucible Challenge 1 of 6 done. So every time you finish one of these challenges, there's going to be a legendary chest for you to open. And then it will open back up again and then you can leave. But we're not going to leave because we're going to do F again. And do the second challenge. There are 3 challenges. I did say there was 3 for each. The third ones do not open until you finish the initial 6. So the 2 in each. For this one, don't get hit. Just keep your distance and use the spear. Honestly, it's very straightforward. Just push everything back with a spear. You'll be fine. Stick around this area and just keep an eye on the arrows around Kratos to let you know where the enemies are. And that is 2 of 6 done. Now I do think Flawless, the one we've just done, is the quickest. We're going to have to repeat challenges, which is where it gets really monotonous and boring, and I don't know. I don't know why they did it that way, but that's what they chose to. It'll make more sense once we've done the initial 6. So once you've done those 2, come round into this room, and this is N. And then you've got 2 challenges to do in here. So you've got opponents rapidly regenerate from any damage. So basically push them into the lava. So use whatever you can to use to hit them in lava. I use the axe combo, and the last hit pushes them. There you go, pushes them into the lava. And just get them all out. Ring out challenge. I really don't like that one. It's just, again, not very fun. So that's 3 of 6 done. Pop your legendary chest open, then we'll start again with number 4, so go over to the sword. So we're going to start N up again, just waiting for this to get out of the way. There we go. And this is throw orbs into Realm Tear to close it before the time runs out. So each enemy you kill will drop an orb. Just pick it up and throw it into the Realm Tear that's in the middle above the lava. And keep doing that. There's 2 rounds for this one, so you need to get 6 and then 15 points. So it's really straightforward. This is the one I use for speed later on. When we have to do this again, that will all make sense. You want to use your quickest one, whichever one you're quickest at, basically. So this is 4 out of 6. So that's the 2 done in here for now. And then we're going to carry on to the left. So that was F to start with, N, and then we've got R over here. So this is where we are, kind of, oh, didn't leave the map up very long there. I don't know what I was looking at then. So this is our 2 challenges here. Kill the elite with keeping the population under the limit. The population limit is 4, so just jump across here. It's always the same. Jump across here, kill the easier enemies, and then a big one's going to come out after you've killed 4 or so of the smaller ones. Quickly kill the big one before the other ones kind of regenerate. If the number goes over 4 spawned enemies, then you lose. But it's really quick and easy to kill the big one. This is the challenge that I use for speed later on. So that's challenge 5 done. So now we'll do the final one, challenge 6. And this is King of the Hill, which is essentially keep enemies out of the rings on the floor. There's a couple of rounds for this one. I think there's actually 3 rounds for this one. So you've got 1 ring to start with. Just keep the enemies out of it. If it's yellow, you're okay. If it's red, it means the bar in the middle is going to start going up. Once that fills, you lose. Again, really easy. You should be able to do it with very minimal bar increase. 3 rounds on that one. 1 ring, 2 ring, then 3 rings. Obviously, you just keep moving around, killing all the enemies. And that is the initial first 6 easy challenges done. So once you've done all 6 of those, that Nornir chest in the middle will be unlocked and ready to open. You may actually get away with... I haven't actually checked this, thinking about this when I'm saying it. Maybe you just need to do 1 of each. Potentially you just need to do 1 of each. I haven't actually checked that. That'd be nice to know. Either way, you need to do all the challenges, so just treat it as that. So that's the Nornir chest for the area opened. So next thing we need to do is a bunch more challenges. So just touch this sword in the middle. And then you're going to notice here you've got letters. So FN, FR, all the way around. There are 6 combinations, and you need to do them in a certain order. So we're going to go back to F. I'm going to choose the easiest challenge, or we need to do the 3rd challenges, sorry. So there will now be a 3rd challenge for each of the areas, F, N and R. So do each of those this time. So I'm just going to skip this one. It's quite a straightforward one again. Rampage, just kill enemies as quickly as possible. So that's the 3rd challenge done for F. And now we're going to run around and we're going to go to next door, which is N. And that will be the combination F and N. So you drop back down now, you'll see the Fs are all out. So I can do an FR or I can do an FN, which is over there. And you need to do the 6 combinations. So you've got FN, FR, NF, NR, RF, RN. So yeah, there's only 6 possible combinations. So we're going doing N now. There's the 3rd challenge again. So you need to do all of the 3 challenges. Take constant damage but recover health by dealing damage. Just go crazy and kill all the enemies as quickly as possible. Really straightforward. Again, just keep going and you will hardly lose any health, to be honest. And that is health steal done. And then open that up. And then there is the third challenge in R. I'm not going to show that. I'm just going to kind of hope that you know what to do at this point once we go back to the middle. But you need to do all 3 challenges, and then you can start using whichever challenge is quickest for you to do all of the 6 combinations. So again, FN, FR, NF, NR, RF, RN. And each time you've done a combination, you'll run, you can see the letters have gone out on the left hand side. FN has gone out. You come back here each time you've done 2 of them. And this is the FN challenge, so an endurance challenge. This one is really long. Kill 99 enemies, just stay alive and kill 99 enemies. So yeah, that's that done. And once that is done, you will notice that this chest will come up. Now you need to do all of the combinations, all 3 challenges in each one, and then do the combinations to get all of the chests in the middle open. There are 6 chests in this middle section you need to open. I'm going to skip ahead now and presume that you know what to do with all the combinations. This is the final one I'm doing. I think this is RN? No, RF, this one. It's the final one that I need to do. So the R challenges, RF and RN, are actually in these 2 caves on the side. The other 4 are in the middle. And that will be all of the challenges done once you've done all of those combinations. Does take a while, about an hour and a half, 2 hours to do everything. And that will be all of the Crucible challenges done and ticked off. Just one final thing left to do in Muspelheim. And that is fight a Valkyrie. So I'm just going to run over here. Make sure that you've got a resurrection stone. I've got plenty of hacks over there. Do any upgrades you want to do. Anything you picked up during the Crucible challenges. And then once you've finished the story, this will not be available until you finish the story. You can go through this cave and we can take on the Queen Valkyrie, Gnar, something like that. I've completely blanked on where that was. I knew it was there somewhere. I'm looking up. So hook across. And then once you come up here, there's going to be a book on the floor. Pick that up. And then the fight will start. Not as bad as the initial Valkyrie, Queen Valkyrie, Sigrun from God of War 1. Very similar in ways. A little bit of a skip. I'm saying she's not as bad. I did a terrible run on my first attempt and died. So we're going to go back on that. You can be really oppressive with her. Just stay on top of her because she does stagger fairly easy. But do take note of when she's not staggered. Sometimes she will just walk away like she's doing now, walking away from my attacks. And then just set up and be ready for what she does. The 2 dashes there in a row. The first one's easy to dodge backwards. The second one you'll need to dodge to the left or right. The dash, obviously it's just a dash, just get out of the way. This you'll need to break her with the shield. She's about to slam on the floor and do a load of damage. Again, with that's a blockable thing, but again, it's not the easiest to block. When she does that, just break it open with your shield, and then that's actually quite good. It gives you a good chance to do some damage. Yeah, these are quite annoying to dodge sometimes. When she does the swipe, you can come in for a parry. There, she completely just pushed through my attack, which does happen. I hate this attack. This is terrible. So in a row, 3 times in a row, it's so quick. You have to be ready. Sometimes it's just once, sometimes it's twice. But if she lands on top of you, she's going to stamp and do quite a lot of damage. So just dodge to the side. You do have to be ready for that to happen. Always be ready for that attack to happen. Just presume it's going to be the attack she does. See, you can just stay, sort of on top of her, and she does stagger really easily with runic attacks. When she does that, use a green arrow and it will stun her because she's about to get a boulder that is made up of the green stuff. If you hit it with a green arrow, it will explode. There is a purple arrow version as well. You'll notice that she just stands on the floor and a little rune will appear to the side. Just hit the rune with the arrow. Again, you'll get a good stun attack. I don't know why I did that attack from all the way back there. Panicked a bit, I suppose. Dash coming. Always dodge to the side with those dashes. I think this is where I kind of lost my flow a little bit. It can happen because it's quite long, these fights, especially this one and the king. Yeah, dodge, dodge, dodge. Can't believe I managed to dodge it, but she does actually get me with it in a moment, which is quite infuriating. Break that. Yeah, that's another one. Just she will do Bifrost on the floor. Just stay out of the way of it. Here it goes. Yeah, it's in the middle of attack and she's up in there. You can't do anything about it, and this is why we've got the Resurrection Stone, because yeah, as good as God of War games are, the combat is really stiff in some situations. Because the enemies, the bosses, they get behind you quite easily, and Kratos turns around like somebody with a broken neck. He just is no speed or urgency to his movement. So just stay on top, nearly done. It just, that last little bit of health is just not going down. Right there now, okay. And then do the R3, and that will be done. Defend your valor will be ticked off on the map there, and you'll get the trophy, the True Queen. And that is Muspelheim at 100%. That is everything that you need to do here. Good luck with this fight and the challenges. Probably the challenges being more boring is the bigger problem. Right, thanks very much for watching. I'll see you on the next one.